just wanted to make a video on how to take your measurements. This is something that you want to do before you get started with your program, no matter what program that you are doing, because then you're going to be able to track your progress. So measurements and pictures. What kind of measurements do you want to take? Most programs, they do come with a paper or a index card of what measurements to take, but I wanted to share that with you as well. A lot of programs, they do come with measurement tapes too, but if not, because not all of them do, you can get a measurement tape at Walmart for like I think it's $2, $2 to $3, something like that in the sewing section. So they are relatively cheap if you do not have one. So what measurements do you need to take? You need to take your chest measurement, your biceps, your waist, your hips, your thighs, and your calves. So there's some other ones that I like to take though. I took neck measurements when I first started because my neck has gotten smaller. Another one I did was my forearms. That's really about it. Other than that, those are the kind of measurements that you want, just the basic ones. So things to keep in mind when you do take your measurements, if you have someone else who can take those for you, that is so much easier than you taking them yourself. Although I have always taken my own, I just make sure I do it in front of a mirror because then I can see exactly where I'm placing the tape on me. So for instance, when you do chest measurement, you want to make sure it's even and your hair is not underneath. You want to make sure it's even and it goes right across in the middle, and then your waist is right across your belly button, and then your hips, the widest part of your hips and your butt, that's the measurement that you want to take. And then for the biceps and then the thighs, you want to flex for the bicep, but you want to get it right in the middle of your peak. If you can't find it, that's perfectly fine. Just take a measurement, measure out from your elbow to your shoulder, and then the middle point in that, and then measure right there where that middle point is in your arm. And then the same for the thighs, from your butt down to your knee, the middle part in that's where you want to take your thigh measurement. And you want to make sure that it is very consistent. So wherever you take that measurement when you first start, that's the same place that you want to take your measurement when you complete your program or 30 days through, to track that progress, because you want it in the same exact spot each time. So other than the measurement part, you also want to take your weight. I suggest taking that in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Minimal clothes or very light clothes as possible, and that way you're getting a true accurate reading, because if you're wearing heavy clothes, then that's going to add to your weight. Other than that, so for your pictures, you want to do the same poses like the measurements. You want to take the same exact poses that you did on your first day, for your transformation. So as of right now, I'm standing in front of a wall because it's very clear, it's not cluttered, and it's going to showcase me. So that's what you want to keep in mind. You could do it in front of a door too if you don't have a wall that's clear enough. And then other than that, you want to take several poses. So I'll kind of go through those poses. I use basically the same 4 every time. You can do more. Some people do up to 12 each time. So it's totally up to you. But I like to, have my feet apart, relax, and I do one pose like this and smile. And then I can do the hips. I can flex. And then you can turn to the side and pose at like a 45-degree angle to either one of the sides. I like to do the back to see how that's how that has transformed, flexing to see my back muscles. And then there's another one that I like to do is the very side, so you can tell, what I have lost either from my back or my front, and both. I like to keep my hand on my hip. You can put it up over your head But I like to be able to see both front and back, so whatever you do with your arm to get it out of the way. But other than that, that's really all I like to do. And I am very consistent when it comes to pictures, so I want to try and take the pictures in the same spot, try and get the same lighting, and try to wear the same clothing that I did at the beginning of the program to the end of the program, so I can see my results in those clothes. I can tell if they're fitting looser, they're fitting better, you know, I don't have a muffin top going on. I can see that I just feel better too, and my posture is so much better as well because I've gotten stronger. So, but other than that, that's really all it is. Of course, if you have any questions, please comment below and I would be happy to answer those. Bye guys.